The Rock of Austin, 93.7 KLBJ. This is the Local Licks show. We're playing bands from Austin, Texas. And that's our local guys, Meyvn from the album Splintered Skies, a song called Answer Me. And I don't know, it kind of just boggles my mind how you guys can write songs like that. So many changes, so much technical stuff going on. It just
really helps if you have ADD.
It helps to have ADD?
It does. It really
I would
helps
think that's
ADD.
not a hindrance, huh? I don't know. That's just a lot of changes going on, and very impressive, I must say. I'm like a 1, 4, 5 kind of 3 chord,
I think if you just kind of listen to what we listen to, and you just kind of get used to that style of the changes and the tempo changes, just having so much different stuff thrown into one song. But what we try to do is make sure it's still cohesive. It's not just, hey, that sounds like a whole different song all of a sudden, 3 minutes down the line, and then 3 minutes after that it's another song again.
Yeah, I've heard bands do this like a patchwork quilt or something, just here and there, but
we try our best to make the songs sound very complete as songs and not just a bunch of junk thrown in. Hopefully everyone else feels the same way, but it's all.
Well, it must just be a time-consuming deal, I would think. And how long did it take you guys to get this album from start to finish, songwriting all the way to the finished product?
Man, we started writing songs well before we were starting to think about the full album.
Sure, yeah.
So I don't know how long that took, but once we started recording, it took probably about 4 months.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it doesn't take us too terribly long on most of our songs to actually get the song started, and if we just have the time to practice it in between shows or whatever we're doing and get it done.
Right.
But there's some songs that take us months and months and months because we're kind of reworking it or whatever.
Yeah, still tweaking it.
So
I mean, we're working on the new album right now, and with the shows we've got coming up, it's I guess we're probably about 2/3 of the way through the material right now, but it's a case of stopping and starting, and then you can't. It's not really easy to go from one mindset to the other.
Sure, yeah.
So it's this actually writing material for the new stuff. Sorry, for the new album that's actually taking, I think, a little bit longer than doing that, because all those songs were kind of progression anyway.
Right, from when you first got together.
Yeah, they were a collection of basically the initial songs. So now we've got a conscious and concerted effort.
And now we've kind of kicked it up a lot. We're being a lot more critical, and we're really polishing the stuff before we say, okay, the song's done.
Wow.
Yes, we didn't want to come up with an exact duplicate of what we've already done, because that's not going to do us any favours whatsoever. So, we wanted to really try and kick it up a gear and make it. It's definitely much more aggressive. It's more technical. I think it's a lot darker as well. So
wow.
We're having some fun with this one.
We're trying to just take our time with it and not really put so much a deadline on it. Like we kind of we had done that before with just whatever time constraints we had, but having Ruben now also, there's a different sound and a driving force that we have from before that you'll hear in the music as well, and that even takes the music into a different direction, or takes the music to sound more progressive or different from what we were doing before, but it's still us too.
Wow, so you're just going further and further.
We're trying.
Do you have a working title for the new album yet?
Oh, you think we have titles for
We have
the songs?
We
have names for them,
Let's play that one. Okay.
All the songs are coded, so like in sync and techno and speedy and things like that.
Yeah, we put dumb names on them, so it kind of forces us to come up with better names later.
Right. Wow. Who writes the lyrics? Is that you, Rick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got to sing them.
Yeah, but this time around, we're also going to experiment as well with guys like John's been giving me some lyrical ideas. Cause I think it's kind of important that if you have one person doing it, it's okay for, let's say, the first album, but then when you start working along the line, you can very easily come up with a carbon copy of what you had. And if I'm in a bad mood for 6 months, and all the lyrics are going to be pretty negative, so it's nice to have somebody with a different coming with a different idea. So we're trying that this time, but it's the same way as we do with when we write the songs across the board. The guys bounce off guitar licks off each other, and there's suggestions for rhythmic ideas, so it's only natural that there's sort of that input on the lyrics as well. So and I'm certainly not pretentious enough to think that my stuff's perfect, and some of it is awful.
That's what your bandmates are for, to let you know that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, sometimes he doesn't bring that awfulness to us. He kind of tells us, "Man, I was singing in the car, and it was awful." I was like, "Dude,
let us judge that.
You know, we can't have a laugh here and there, you know."
I'm not supposed to mock the afflicted.
Well, in case you're just tuning in, we're talking to the band Meyvn, and they have a show Saturday at Red 7, a NAMM showcase. Get there early, like 8:30, because you don't want to miss Meyvn. And there's 2 other bands playing, Shrapnel and Outworld. And we have some spots on the guest list to give away, as well as some Meyvn t-shirts. So let's see.
New
colors.
t-shirts.
Brand new, and they look fabulous, too. Very
Drew
nice
is
on Drew.
modeling.
Yes.
If you guys are on the webcam, maybe you
Yeah,
can see.
yeah, come on.
Where is the web? Oh.
Yeah.
Come on, Drew. Strike
Yeah.
pose and do your right side Fred walk or
Yeah,
whatever.
do
Too
it.
sexy.
During
Too
our
sexy for
break,
this
we'll
way.
come in and do a little modeling for you. So give us a call, 390-KLBJ, 390-5525. Let's say callers 4 and 5 on the guest list, callers 6 and 7, brand new t-shirt from Meyvn. So give us a call, 390-KLBJ.
I don't want to go to the store.
Sure.